No folks, well I showed you that ignition, how it's actually 5 degrees, I can't believe it. I pulled the dizzy out and it's rock solid, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just solid as, so I can rule that out. That little bit of movement, I thought it was actually in the shaft of the dizzy. Turns out it was the gear off the bottom of the dizzy onto the camshaft. So we've just got a little bit of play there, and I actually thought it was the movement in the dizzy. So I've ruled that out. But yes, that's that module, guys. The one that Blair mentioned. He said it will go into, for some reason, it'll pull a bit of timing, and it's a bit erratic too, if you noticed on the light. So that's no good, really. You don't want that. So when the programmable comes in the next couple of days, that's been a drama, guys. I'm not even going to go there. It's bloody Australia Post. Quick story. I sent a money order through Australia Post, registered mail to Melbourne. It's taken 10 days to get there, so that's ridiculous. But anyway, it's turned up, so fingers crossed. He reckons I should see it Tuesday. So anyway, I went round and checked the warmth of the MSD box. That is bloody hot. The coil is as cool as a cucumber. We've got fantastic oil pressure. I've had this thing running nearly about 45 minutes, just idling away, revving it, checking things, and that's on fairly reasonably hot oil. And you've got to remember too that oil pressure gauge is actually showing around 8 pound under, so we've nearly got 40 pound just on idle. It's ridiculous. So I'm very stoked with that oil pump mod. I'm actually going to, before I start on that, guys, did you see the air cleaner setup? I've got it all sort of tidied up now, working like a beast. Very happy with it. I've ordered another crank, so that should turn up in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. I actually haven't paid for it, but I'm going to in the next couple of weeks. And that's my 355 stroker crank. And I'm actually going to do a build on it, guys. Refresher. It's going to be another overview on it all, because it really excites me prepping these engines and sort of getting them ready. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the camshaft in this one and the oil pump off it. So all really I'm taking is the heads, manifold. I may even leave the water pump on it in time in case, and might just get a new one. And I'll take the sump and the pickup off, and I'll get another girdle too, so I won't even touch the bottom end of this sort of thing. Anyway, that'll be my sort of spare engine. Then I'll prep up the 355 and we'll go through it all. So we'll do the oil pump mod, and I've actually got a few little extra things I want to do to it too. Since I've done this one, I reckon there's a few other little bits in there I could improve on it too, guys. So that'll be a very interesting little segment on the oil pump mod, because I can't believe how good it works, like how good it ramps oil pressure. And by packing the spring, you gain a little bit more up top. I'm getting about 75 psi up top, and it's incredible. And that's what you want. You want that quick ramping effect all the time, without the extra stress of a high volume oil pump, which is good, but it's the stress loads on the shaft to the camshaft. And they've only got a small pin, very similar to the distributor pin. It's like a little, I don't know what they call it, like a split pin. And that's all you've got to stop it from shearing, basically. So you don't want extra load on your shaft going through with the extra width of the gear. You can have it the same performance as a high volume, but with the standard volume, with not a lot of load on the shaft. And that's a great thing, guys, for reliability. So yes, I've just had it running. I've sort of checking things over again. So when we do the MSD box, the new programmable, I'm going to go back to the magnetic pickup, and I hope, fingers crossed, my ignition woes will be a thing of the past. I do run a 40 thou gap on my spark plugs. I had a guy mention, and he reckons the turbo guys use around 30 thou. Yes, I would say, but it does say in the MSD manual that you can actually run up to 50 thousandths if you're blowing the spark out. So I really, to be honest, I can't see a problem with running the 40 thou gap, you know, and they recommend it for this sort of level. So yeah, I don't really know, guys. For it to get hot, just idling, something's going on there, and I reckon I've contributed it to that poor ground that I had there plaguing me for a long time without realising, and I reckon I've done something to the circuitry in the box, because I know once it goes into that single, because it does a multiple spark under 3,000 revs, but once you get up over that 3,000 revs and it just comes on boost, starts to, the transformation, bang, cuts out, and that's going into a single spark shot. So something's going on with it. Fingers crossed the other one will fix, and we'll go from there, guys. When it turns up, we'll do a in-depth look at it. Comes with a little program for the computer, and I want to learn up on that, and I'll do some vids on it too, guys. So very excited about it all. It's sort of nothing really wrong with it. It's just the ignition. I just need to fix it, get it all sorted, and should be good to go. All right, guys. Plenty more vids to come. Feeling pumped again and excited. So I've had a little break from it all. Been busy with work, and I'm keen to sort of get back with it, and I really want to test it in the next week on a private practice day and just see how it's going. We'll see if I can actually do it myself first with a baby graph with the computer, and may fine tune it with a dyno. We'll just see. I'm playing it by ear at the minute, so I'll put one up soon, guys. Catch you later.